Good evening and salutations, soap fans. I say that because I'm not talking about one soap opera in particular. I'm just kind of talking about all of them and the state, everything that's going on. It's just, I originally was not going to sit there and post any videos. Well, I wasn't going to do any videos. I'm still going to post it like today, which is going to be Tuesday. But I was on JLJ's live. Well, not on it, but like watching like everyone else, and my dude was pissed. He wasn't just, I shouldn't sit to say he was pissed. He was upset and he was tired. He was tired. And this, if you saw the title, you know what I'm talking about. Just the people being extremely toxic in this soap opera community. Um, he was talking about an incident that happened with Cindy Watts where fans was attacking her for the character that she portrayed. Okay, let's just think about that for a minute. Fans, people, live people was attacking this woman in IRL, if you want to sit there and call it, because of a character that she played on a TV show. Okay, they were being rude, they were being nasty, they were being mean. When James said, and I'm gonna probably be referring to him for a little bit. You know, people can't have nice things. It's true. It's true to an extent. Okay, so my heart goes out to Cindy because she's playing a character. Do I like the character? Well, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you should already know the answer to that. But it's not the actual like actress. And you have fans and then you have fanatics. Okay? And fanatics are the people that make the community worse. It's like Star Wars fans. You have fans and then you have fanatics. And let's put it this way. Star Wars, the whole fandom, I feel like it's so bad that I'm personally embarrassed to even sit there and tell people I'm a fan. Because people just, they don't know how to behave. But I don't want to get off topic. And it got so bad that he's sitting there talking about leaving. Now, he was updating people how he felt. So he really wasn't sitting there doing a lot of questions and stuff like that. But one of the questions that I asked was, because he said that he does other things, it's not just soaps, it's some Star Wars, it's other shows, like he has a presence in media outside of soap opera. So, my whole thing was like, maybe you should just do something else for a while. Focus on something else. And that's something that I'm going to be doing a lot more. I mean, I love doing the soaps. I love talking about it. But I want to sit there and focus on other things. Not because of the fandom or anything like that. But just, I have other interests outside of soap operas. Even though I built this channel, the people that watch my channel and everything like that. And people that watch soaps. But before I was doing that, full-time or hardcore, whatever you want to say, I was just doing random videos. And sometimes I really miss doing just random videos, random topics, talking about drama, talking about movies or whatever. So, that's something I'm gonna be getting back into doing. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. People getting death threats. James, he talks about that, that he received death threats before. And, this isn't something, when he says it and people listen or whatever, I don't think that people fully understand, the fact that he got a death threat because of stuff that he was saying online. That's something right then and there that would make a lot of people just leave what they're doing. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not something to take as a joke, There's a woman named Christina. I can't remember her last name, but a fan got so obsessed with her, wound up following her to a concert and shooting her. Okay? Like, this isn't something to just take lightly. And I understand where he's coming from to an extent. I don't think that me and DC have fully got the amount of backlash, hate, whatever you want to sit there and call it, that he has. He's been doing this for years. So, when I'm watching this video, I'm just like, well, maybe you should sit there and do something else. But from a person who's been doing it for a while, it's not just that. It's not so much that that's something that sent them over the edge. It's in general, all of it. The combination of the arguments and the, people being toxic and, the business just not being what it used to be. And more importantly, what it really comes down to, fun. Fun. There's something that Brock TV said. He was like, I love doing this, but when it starts being fun, then I'm out. Because it's not something that he has to do. It's not something that James has to do. And it's interesting, especially, hearing James say that, because I haven't gotten nearly the amount of harassment, death threats, and stuff like that. I haven't gotten that yet. So, fingers crossed. But I haven't gotten that level of toxic from people. And, I don't know what I would do if I kept getting that amount of being toxic, toxic stuff. I can sit there and say, well, I'll just sit there and push on through or whatever. But until it happens, I don't know how I'm going to sit there and react, So, me just going forward is, go forward and keep doing what I'm doing daily and, have fun on this amazing journey. But it's just sad to hear, people going at actors and stuff like that. Like, I can sit there and say that that's crazy, but a couple of things that I think that people should know, or just keep in mind. Unfortunately, everyone can access the internet. Okay, that doesn't mean that everyone should. Everyone's allowed on the internet, or everyone is allowed to be on the internet. Obviously not certain people that extra conditions or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And with that being said, not everyone knows how to behave. Not everyone knows how to behave. And the people that don't know how to behave are the people that will go after the actors, actresses and stuff like that. Go to those conventions and just really act. I would sit there and say insane, but to be honest, they're just acting terrible. Because they don't know how to separate, life from fiction. And these are the type of people that are just not good. Most of those people that do that, they don't know how to socialize well. Okay? I don't want to sit there and say words that can probably get this video demonetized, but we'll just sit there and say selves. Okay? But just people that just don't know how to really socialize with other people, and they see that stuff and they get on there and they just go off. And then when they go to the conventions, they really go off because that's how they behave on a normal basis. Okay? And it sucks, but, doing this job, let's be honest, that's when I'm getting paid, this job. You sign up for it. This is what you sign up for. That doesn't mean that you deserve to get what you're getting, okay? Cindy didn't deserve to be getting the harassment, everything that she got. She did not deserve that, okay? No one deserves that. Let's just be very clear. No one deserves that. She did not deserve that, okay? So when I say this comment, I don't sit there and say it flippantly. Everyone starts off thinking, all right, well, this may happen, that may happen, but you go into it anyway, knowing this stuff. So, when Disney told, because it was some woman that was getting a bunch of racial comments and stuff like that, they told her up front that this is the stuff that you may have to deal with. Okay? And granted, that in itself is just sad. You shouldn't have to be dealing with racial comments because you're going there to do a job, you're going there to perform art essentially. That you're gonna have to sit there and deal with that sort of stuff. But that's the reality of the situation. Cindy signed up for that. When she decided to be a public figure, or same thing with James. James signed up for that when he decided to sit there and make videos and put out his opinions and stuff like that. You put out your opinion, you put out your art, you're going to be subject to criticism. Now, the degrees definitely matter, but in general, you're signing up for that. Hell, I'm signing up for that. And I mean, I've gotten comments before. I've gotten comments. I've had one person that was took things too far, and I had to block this person. I had to block this person because they was taking things too far. And it's weird because I never thought I would get to a point where somebody's acting so obsessive that I actually had to block them. And I still think about that all the time. Not like I'm scared or anything like that, but like, I'm just a normal guy like everyone else, born in New York. Just because I like to sit there and think that I'm good at what I do, there's always room for improvement. And, that's just my mindset. I don't really think I'm like super special or anything like that. So when that happened, it really caught me off guard. But, that's these small degrees of stuff that's happened to me. Okay. You look at Brock TV. I've never actually got a chance to talk to him. I would like to talk to him one day, just hearing his experiences and stuff like that, because he's been doing this for a minute. Okay. He's been doing this for a while. So I can only imagine the stories that he can sit there and tell about whatever backlash he's dealt with. James has done with so much stuff. It's insane. And DC Sanctuary, he's done with probably some backlash here and there, but I feel like it's nothing. Like Aquabine backlash is nothing compared to what James has got. And that's just sad. It's sad, but it's the reality of the situation, and it just sucks. It just sucks. He's sitting there talking about making some changes, and you know, me and James will sit there and bump heads on some things. Okay, we'll bump heads on some things. We'll continue to bump heads on some things because we're looking at life differently at times. We come from different backgrounds. We have different experiences that made us who we are now. So it's not true that we're going to sit there and bump heads, but regardless of that, I respect him. I respect him. I respect his work ethic. I respect the fact that he's gotten into so much of he's gotten so much accomplishments, and I truly do hope that I can sit there and be on that level one day. You know. So regardless if he decides he wants to just be done with it or not, from the bottom of my heart, I really do wish him the best of luck because, even knowing him and watching how he does his live streams and stuff like that, I've learned so much from him. And it would be a shame, that he left doing soap operas, one, because it's something that he loves and he shouldn't have to be forced out because of all the toxic crap that's going on in this industry. That's number one. He enjoys it and he shouldn't have to leave. Number two, I've learned so much from him that I hope that he doesn't leave. Um, I don't think I have a 3 and 4, but my point is, whatever he does, I wish him success. And I shouldn't even really have to wish him success because he's proven more times that he's going to be successful at anything that he does because his mindset, his the way he conducts himself, and his drive and his passion for what he does. I enjoy doing this so much. I was I was sick yesterday. You know, runny nose, constantly blowing my nose, and I was like, I don't know if I should really do this live because I'm kind of self conscious. I don't like blowing my nose. I don't like eating in front of on camera and stuff like that. I don't like doing that, but which is odd because there's things that I do on camera that I'm not going to say. But my point is, I enjoy doing it so much that when I hit the live button and I start getting people in it, it was so much fun that I just all the worries and concerns that I was not there thinking about just went right out the window, and it was just an amazing time. It was an amazing time. You know, I want to sit there and try to do lives more. I've been thinking about that since maybe the last time before that, I was like, I want to sit there and do lives. I want to get better at it. But also, my thing is that I want to be consistent. I want to be consistent. That's something, even my soap operas, which is the reason why I was like, I don't know if I should sit there and do why not, because I don't know. I don't know how successful. I mean, I don't know how. Um, I don't know how consistent I'm going to be in it, and I don't want to get fans, people who enjoy watching it, to be like, he's not doing it today, he's not doing it tomorrow. What's going on? Because I sit there and try to look at it from how I would see it, you know, and so I want to be consistent in it. But then I started watching a lot of Brock TV stuff, and sometimes he does days, sometimes he does B&B. He does it when he has time. And I've gotten to a point where I feel like the people that watch my channel, I may not do wine all the time, but I will do it every now and then. And the fact that they will watch it regardless shows me that I've made the right decision because I don't want to just stop doing it. But like I said, I want to start planning on doing lives more often because they're just hella fun. And I really just love interacting with people. That sounds like a cliche thing, but sometimes watching the same people come on and you really get to know them, and we have a little inside jokes and stuff like that, and it's just the feeling is I can't even describe it, but I enjoy this. I enjoy doing videos, live streams, just talking about whatever, and I'm just so grateful that I have the subscribers that will sit there and watch, the support, comment, people who disagree with me, people who tell me stuff that I don't know. That, you know, regardless of financial gain or anything like that, that is priceless. Um, and that's before I started, actually making, being able to monetize my videos. But I don't know. I just wanted to get on here, do a combo, powwow, whatever you want to sit there and call it, just about the stuff that's going on in the soap world. Sucks. Another reason. Well, it's not the reason why I'm branching out. I'm still going to be doing soaps, but it just watching his video today. I was like, God damn, like this is just. Trust me, if I've seen it, I witnessed that, I'll be so angry. you know, because you these people aren't fans at this point. Okay, you don't sit there and start going after somebody personally. You don't sit there and start messaging them hella craziness, or calling them names, or going to the conventions and cursing them out. That's not fans. Okay, that's entitlement. That's entitled people, entitled assholes. Okay, I'm just gonna be completely honest. Those entitled assholes. Um, that are just, well, you know. I feel like for me, my only slight comfort in that is to know that their lives are terrible in a lot of ways. These are people who probably can't really hold down a good job, don't really have, good relationships, you know, if they have family members, they probably is like, oh, the one cousin, the one aunt, the one uncle, whatever, that we just don't mess with, because they don't know how to behave. They may be a grown adult, but they don't know how to behave. Knowing that their lives are in chaos every single day and that they are living in a personal hell that they've created brings me joy. It brings me joy because I know that in some sort of ways they are being punished. They may not be punished directly. They may sit there and say some stuff and walk away. They may comment on some stuff and just, mess with some people with some really bad things. But at the end of the day, the minute that they turn this off, they're going right back into their hellish, crappy, distorted, lonely, sad, miserable, pathetic lives. And that brings me a bit of joy. So the next time you sit there and think about um, incidents like Cindy Watts, incidents where they'll sit there and call James names, or they'll call DC names, or they'll call me names, just sit there and think of what happens when they're offline. Because at some point, they got to sit there and leave the internet. I mean, they got to make money or something. And you get to sit there and enjoy your best life, knowing that the only joy that they get is trying to make somebody else miserable. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank everyone so much. Um, um, I can't wait to do another live stream. I know that me and DC are going to be doing another collab at some point between the next 2 weeks, give or take. Our schedules is kind of all over the place. But, and I'll still sit there and do well, if I'm going to be collabing with DC, it's most likely going to be Sunday. And with that being said, I probably won't be doing a live stream on Sunday. Um, but I will sit there and put it in my community tab. If you want to sit there and read about it. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. And I will see everyone in the next video.